This part of the country, groundwater is what we rely on. Because we rely on it, and we have for so long, we have incorporated a lot of different production practices that are fairly unique to this part of the country. We want to make sure that every drop is utilized to its full capacity. And we take a lot of pride in managing every single drop that comes out of the ground. That's very important to us.
There's two basic things that a lot of irrigators have adopted right away. First off, some moisture probes to give you an idea of what kind of content you got within the ground, your soil profile, whether you're overwatering and you're underwatering. That way you got just a quick snapshot of where you're at with your crop. The second aspect is telemetry that's on the end of the pivots. As far as an AgSense system, or there's several different ones. You never know when you come and check your system or your wells, gee, did it shut down 5 minutes after I was there? Or did it shut down right before I came back to check it again? Well, that system sits there and runs in one spot. Of course, that's a waste of water. And so it's a very easy way to check and see. You got an ID on it. You can look on your phone, your iPad, your computer, and you can see at any time, day or night, where that system is, what kind of pressure it's carrying, and that it is operating as it ought to be.
And we also use satellite imagery as that comes in to see where some of the weak spots are. We can pick up irrigation pattern problems. And so then when you go into the field, you can target those areas to see what's going on. So just so many tools in the tool bag to help know what's going on.
When it comes to irrigation technology, the ability to monitor the groundwater levels within those various crop fields and have that data at your fingertips, that's really valuable. The ability to actually schedule when pivots do turn on and off based on crop needs or what crops are growing under those systems is also a really great function. I've just been impressed with both the capability of the technology, but also the adoption. It seems like we have a lot of growers that are utilizing that technology, and it's paying off for them because they're using less water, using less energy, and they're still growing healthy crops.
All of that requires an investment of dollars, right? Investment of time and energy. And we rely very heavily on those that are in this area to help us understand those technologies, know how to use them, put in best practices, standard procedures on what we should do in certain scenarios.
Specifically with NRCS, we always like to start with a conservation plan. That's technical assistance that we provide here locally at the office. Once we have a good conservation plan developed, there are financial assistance resources. We have our Environmental Quality Incentives Program, that's EQIP for short. We also have a Conservation Stewardship Program, and we also have the RCPP program, which is a regional conservation program where we partner with other agencies, other partners with shared interests and problems and resources.
The Groundwater Management District has a cost share program, and so if a producer has a qualifying technology such as moisture probes, or they do a renozzling for a bubbler package or something of that sort, they can come into the district and they can provide an invoice and an application that then is reviewed by the board and staff, and then they can receive cost share funds directly from the district. And I think that's been definitely a tool we've seen an uptick in folks taking advantage of, just because with the LEMA implementation, everyone's kind of thinking outside the box when it comes to technology and what other kind of resources are available to them. And so we've definitely seen more applications come through the door for technologies through our program.
But it doesn't matter how good of a program something is if you don't have the resources to be able to utilize and the people to talk to help you implement those programs.
Previously, a common challenge to producers would have been just how to find resources, because there's been so many different technical and financial assistance resources available both at the federal level, the state level, the local level, through the groundwater management districts.
There's been a recognition that collaboration of available resources is something of a lot of value, and making sure that there are these different kind of one-stop shop accessible websites or newsletters that highlight all of the different resources that are available to producers.
Those various financial opportunities are available for sign up at different times of the year. So the best thing that producers can do is be in touch with their local office, have a conservation plan developed, and be ready to apply for those financial assistance opportunities when they're made available.
I would personally invite anyone who wants to learn more about water resources in Kansas to reach out to just your local NRCS or your local conservation district or your local groundwater management district. There is so much information out there, and I know, speaking for myself and for others in the field, that we really want to put a lot of emphasis on education and outreach. And so please reach out, go to a board meeting, attend a conference, and just don't be afraid to ask questions. These resources are just imperative to the success of our future communities, and we want to make all of these resources amply available.